Hello, everyone. So today we're going to be talking about a really interesting new concept called Agentic Analytics. Now, that name might sound a little bit technical, but trust me, the idea behind it is actually quite simple, and it's already changing the technology we use every single day. Let's get started.
You know, this quote on the screen really captures the whole idea. For so long, analytics has been about looking at the past. It gives us reports, it gives us charts, but the future, well, that's about systems that don't just analyze things, they actually act on them. And that is the key difference we are going to explore.
Just think about that for a moment. All this data that's all around us, from our phones, our cars, our homes, what if it could do more than just sit there? What if it could actually start thinking and working for us without us even having to ask?
Okay, let's make this real. Imagine this scenario. It starts with a problem. Your car detects a strange sound from the engine. Now, instead of just flashing a warning light at you, it takes the next step. It checks your personal calendar, it checks the local garage's schedule, and then it books the appointment for you. And the next morning, you just get a simple text confirming it. The best part? You did nothing. The system acted for you. That is agentic technology.
So to really understand just how different this is, let's do a quick comparison between this new agentic way and the traditional analytics that most of us are used to.
So what's the big difference here? Well, it all comes down to who starts the conversation. On the left, you have traditional analytics. You have to ask the question first, like, hey, show me last quarter's sales. But on the right, with agentic analytics, the system itself notices something important in the data and takes action all on its own. It's a huge shift from being reactive to being proactive.
And look, this isn't just some idea for the future. It's actually happening right now. Some of the biggest companies you can think of are using agentic AI as we speak. Let's look at a couple of real-world examples.
Many of us have seen this with services like Netflix, right? These AI agents are working quietly in the background, analyzing what you watch to give you better suggestions for new shows. You don't ask for it, it just happens. And another fantastic example comes from a supermarket, where an AI didn't just find a problem, it actually came up with a solution.
So here's what the AI did, step by step. First, it was looking at the sales data, and it noticed, ice cream sales are dropping every Tuesday. But it didn't just stop there. It looked for a reason, and it found a connection to the cold weather forecasts. And based on that, it took action. It suggested changing how the products were displayed in the store. And the result of that simple, AI-driven suggestion? A 35% increase in sales. Just amazing. This shows you the power of a system that doesn't just find a problem. It actively helps you solve it.
Okay, so you might be wondering, how does this all work? How does a system actually think and go from spotting a dip in ice cream sales to suggesting a fix? It might sound very complicated, but we can break it down into 4 simple, logical steps.
First, it observes. Just think of it like a security camera that's always on, always watching your data. Then it thinks. It's looking for anything that's, well, unusual, a sudden drop in sales, strange traffic on a website. And when it finds something, it acts. This could be as simple as sending an alert to a person, or it could even be fixing the problem by itself. And finally, it learns. It remembers which actions led to good results, so it gets smarter and smarter over time.
Now, the real magic behind this is something called generative AI. You can think of it as the brain of the whole system. See, a simple program just follows strict rules, like if sales drop, send an alert. But generative AI, it understands context. It knows that, for example, low sales on a public holiday is completely normal, so it won't send a false alarm. This ability to understand the why behind the data is what makes it so powerful.
Okay, that's great for big companies, but why does this matter to you? How can agentic analytics actually affect our daily lives? Well, the goal is actually very simple, to make your life easier.
Let's take a personal example. Today, your fitness watch just tracks your steps, right? But imagine an agentic watch. It notices your activity levels are low. It then checks other data, like the weather, and sees it's raining outside. So what does it do? It proactively suggests a 20-minute indoor workout video on your phone. See? It connects all the dots for you. From your car to your TV to your watch, this is the real promise of agentic technology. It's all about creating systems that can guess what we need and help us, quietly and effectively, in the background. And so, this all leads to a really big question for all of us. As these systems get more and more capable, we will have to decide how much trust we're willing to give them. So I will leave you with this thought to consider. If your technology can act for you, what decisions will you be comfortable letting it make?
It's definitely something to think about as this technology becomes a bigger part of our world. Thank you for your